Backburn in hell. Anyways.
Welcome to the Fan Fiction Fridays. So basically, besides the fanfic, this was suggested by Jimbles Rigatoni, and then you guys rioted for it, so now it's here.
Rioted.
Now it's here.
Jimbo's on. Let's see if we can get him on.
No, he's not joining this party. He could fucking watch. He does not get to sit
here
and laugh at us.
Also,
I hear a slight echo. Just an ever so slight echo.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying, there's like a really slight echo.
Alright.
But I figured I would clarify. I'm not gonna fucking be like that person, ignore it, and then have someone in my chat be like, there's an echo! It's like, I fucking know there's an echo. But, alright. No. Only if I speak really loudly. Or if no one else is talking, so I guess it's not really that noticeable.
I got the fucking...
Okay, so I'm not going to be looking at chat, so anybody who's typing in chat, you could talk amongst yourselves, or whoever's actually one of us is in the chat. But I'm gonna explain how our Fanfiction Fridays are gonna work. We once again have been so graciously gifted by Julian. Julian will be making our backdrops for Fanfiction Friday. And like I said, we put up a poll every Saturday. I think we'll be doing a poll every Saturday to vote. You have like that whole day to then vote for our next Fanfiction Friday. And basically, the premise of fanfictions is really like fully thought it out.
You're cutting out.
Cutting out. How's my mic cutting
give
out?
It a sec. It sounds alright.
It's just gonna do that. I don't care.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the basic premise of this is we're going to be turning this into some kind of wager. We haven't found it out yet, but everyone in our friend group is subject to be abducted for reading in the fan fiction, and we're not allowed to break character. So whenever one of us is reading our lines, we are not allowed to break character, and if we do, that's a no-no. That's a tally against our name. Mrs. Puff's gonna take a star. Mrs. Puff's gonna take off a star. But other than that, we haven't decided what will happen to the person with the most tallies at the end of a month. Should it be a month?
No.
Because then there'd be like 3 or 4.
Period.
Okay, I feel like alright. So every 3 months we'll see who has the most tallies, and then I don't know. I guess it gives us more time to think about what the person with the most tallies has to do.
That's gonna be like 12 fanfictions in all.
Okay, that's pretty fair. So after those 3 months, we'll see who has the most tallies, and we'll devise whatever the fuck that person's got to do. We really haven't thought it out that much because this was on the spot. So this is all new. Mad Derpy Huskies completely getting some new shit going on. If I could even speak English properly.
Seems like it's hard today.
But since it's our first one, it's gonna be a little fucking rickety, but I don't think you guys will mind. I feel like that's gonna make it funnier, but other than that, we have our lovely crew today. We have
Take your time.
Okay, so there's Tyler.
Hello?
He doesn't upload, but he will soon.
I'm getting there.
Getting there. We have Julian, our lovely artist, and also previously now known as Frank of the Legion from the Sexiest Men in Dead by Daylight. Go check that video out.
The famous voice actor, Julian.
Yeah, now famous, Frank. You already all know fucking Justin. He's my husband. He's in my Twitter bio. He's also a fellow content creator and now the co-host of Mad Derpy Husky podcasts.
Hey man, it just happens like that.
And I don't really care about Zach/Jan because, you know, you're just here. You're just here. Shit just happens and he left the party. I'm guessing his internet just tanked. Okay, so I guess another minor setback. We're not reading yet. Like I guess the first like 10 or 15 minutes of this is kind of just fucking around.
We're just chilling out for now, getting used to it.
But also y'all can just admire the art we have.
Yeah, you can notice that I spelled Shirley wrong, as someone gladly pointed out.
Thanks, Audrey. Internet cut it
No,
out.
it's okay. No, it's okay. I don't care.
We stand. Oh my god, legs here to watch.
We stand him. Yeah, legs here. We
All right,
stand
good.
him.
Alright, you good, Justin?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, I was like making sure you're good.
Yeah.
Alright. So, I said, do you feel like we need to go over anything, y'all, or?
Let's
Anything specific?
We already went up to the stakes. We went through who our actors are.
Also, I guess I should kindly remind everyone what I mean by like everyone in our friend group is haven't really talked about it much, but we're of sorts, kind of like a you know, like how fucking Vanoss and his dumb peanut
like
heads.
Rooster Teeth, Vanoss, shit like that.
Yeah, or like or more popular ones like that people knew before, like creatures. The creatures were like what was it? The cow chop guys?
I don't know.
Oh, you guys don't know them.
I didn't watch them.
But basically
like,
a YouTube group of friends, and we're basically going to be turning it to that. This is top secret information, so whoever's watching this now, you just got told the top secret future. But
we're becoming
that's the plans. We're getting there. We're getting there. Since we're getting a little bit more popular, we'll be able to do this stuff and be able to have more fun. I feel like that's all we should touch on about that, because like I said, it's kind of tuck hush hush.
Yeah, not too much to branch out to right now.
Top secret.
We're not gonna be teasing the name yet, but it'll be there anyway.
I'll probably work on it a bit more tonight.
Yeah, so I feel like besides introductions and that, I feel like the characters don't really need to be introduced. You can kind of tell what this is gonna be about.
Bro, it's Pokemon?
Y'all, also, I feel like you guys get that little sense of mystery too, because I wasn't supposed to know what this was about, but I had to go and edit through just so we could actually figure out who's reading what, because somebody didn't do their fucking job, and we basically were on super crunch time, so we did that. That's why we were an hour behind, so apologies for that. But we can assure you, though, the hour was worth the wait. It was worth it.
I'm like literally the only person that doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Hey, Kyle, should we read the tags?
Okay, I'll do that. I'll read the tags off. I'm probably gonna put a warning out here. It is a not safe for work fan fiction. I guess that's kind of like a no-brainer with fan fiction. So like, it's like, oh, they're not. Some of them are wholesome. It's like, no, most of them are just the pits of fucking people's dark imagination. Now, I don't necessarily think I need to age restrict it, because I feel like if you're uncomfortable with not safe for work stuff, this warning right here should be enough for you to click off the video if you don't want to watch it.
Y'all should be mature.
Well, yeah. Also, if you should be mature and be able to differentiate what you should be observing or not. Or you could just be quiet and lie, and I won't even know you're watching. You could just observe for your own fucking benefit. If hearing us fucking read a fanfiction gets your rocks off. It's kind of a generic concept, but people eat that shit up of their favorite YouTubers and shit reading fanfictions. So
Yeah.
So that's basically it. I guess I'll get into the tags. Also, another rule is if we are not currently reading our lines, we can react and like laugh. So like, don't be like in the chat like, oh, they laughed, they broke character. It's like we're not in character if we're not reading. So like, I guess you'll be able to tell if we're in character because we're gonna be doing like a goofy interpretation of that said character.
Alright. The tags are on the website.
Oh fuck! I gotta like.
Yeah.
God damn it! Where is it?
Tab over to it.
No, like, is it in the Gwen Renaissance?
Yeah, the link.
Well,
It's in
the link, because I just need to find the link.
Yeah.
Now.
Renaissance.
Okay, I hope the others are watching it.
Have an actual...
What's up, Toad?
I told
Audrey
Audrey
having
and
a
Will.
character that doesn't actually have a real voice for him, so I can just go about it.
That's why I wanted you to
I'm
be
just gonna
narrator a
speak
little
as
bit,
is.
but that's Tyler. Tyler might be in a future episode. Like I said, it
God.
isn't really like they have a say in it. Like literally, I will tell them they're in the fanfiction now.
Leanne.
Can I
Leanne's
read the
watching.
tags now? Okay, we
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
there
People
they
are gonna be watching. Literally, I feel like our friends
okay.
would be here to support and mock what we're doing. If they weren't, then I'd call them shitty friends. Okay, okay.
Like Nathan and Tanner.
Here we go.
So, the fanfiction, the power of a human soul. Should I credit the writer? I feel like that's
yeah,
a
so we don't get into
story
copyright there.
by Dracomon. Dracomon, A-K-O, and man. If you do not know how to spell man, I would be very, very upset.
You spell it out
So,
for me, please.
the tags. The tags, guys. Anal, Asgore, Asriel, Cockgrowth, Deltarune, Hyper, Incest, M/M, Muscle Growth, Oral, Mild Hyper.
What the fuck?
This was a story I wrote for Elon on SoFurry. This is SoFurry website if you want to check out the fanfic for yourself. Asgore and Asriel are copyrighted Toby Fox. Story is copyrighted by me. Derek and Anul are copyrighted Derek and Anul. Okay. Asriel finds the torn out soul of Chris and gets a bit of growth from it. His dad proceeds to help him deal with his new size. So, I guess before we actually dive into it, like, fucking... So, like, as long as we're crediting them, we're, like, allowed to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's part of a... As long as you're critiquing it, too.
I really want to. I could put the link to it in the fucking, like, in the stream thread. If people really want to read it.
I just realized this is a paid story. This is a story about $37. He commissioned the person.
Holy shit. Why is this on a public forum? Are we gonna get, like, sued for reading this?
No. It's public, so... Because the person who bought it put it public.
Oh, okay. I see chat blowing up right now,
free.
but like I said, I'm not looking at chat.
Also,
Alright.
I advise to not come after the writer and shit.
Do not attack these people!
Kyle, no. Vegan Supreme. Go, you gotta do it.
Oh, god damn it. Trevor! Someone tell Trevor to get on. He's supposed to be my fucking mod.
So, you could set me as mod too. I'm already in the stream.
Why is this person keep harassing me?
Leg Thomas is like, I wanna die.
Oh, is it the Meg?
No, Leg Thomas is on Twitter, Nursemain. That Nursemain.
They stand Azula, so we stand them.
I need to get ready for work, but I'm here for a little bit at least. Okay, Justin, are you in the stream? You gotta type a message real quick, and then I could mod you that way, because I can't look at who's actually looking at the video. Welcome. Technical difficulties. Some random vegan guy keeps fucking spamming my chat. Gamzee is now a moderator for your channel. There you go. Can you do moderation permissions?
I just reload the stream.
Welcome. Sorry, guys.
Next episode will be better, we swear.
Yeah, this one was on fucking crunch time, and I will say again. Vegan Supreme is timed out. It's like I can't even like ban him. It's just a timeout.
I timed him out and then I hit him on the channel. So you want to see his messages?
Good shit. That guy kept coming back to my streams to fucking just spam.
Maybe it's a Survivor.
I'm getting kind of fucking annoyed by him. So.
Yeah, that's fucking every stream. It's literally every stream.
Every stream that I'm gonna be on with you, I'll be on anyways. So like on my PC.
That's what I told Trevor. He fucking wanted to be a mod, and Trevor's never fucking on when I stream. He's always on like an hour or two into my stream.
I'll try and catch the random ones when I'm not at work, but that's really it.
Yeah. All right. So, with all that settled, let me turn off my lights to get into a scenic mood.
Yeah, everyone gets scenic.
Another fucking pod, because it's gonna be a while.
I guess I don't have to be like right next to my PlayStation, so I can like minimize my PS4 fucking brrr sound. You'll have to tell me if my mic cuts out, because it doesn't let me notify me myself when my voice is cutting out.
Let's all get comfortable, guys. We're in for a long run.
Alright. We're ready, guys.
No, I'm good, just go.
Okay.
Alright,
oh shit. A large shadow dashed down the street, ducking through alleys and leaping fences. Shit, what is that? What is this? The masculine voice caught as the figure knocked into trash cans, tripped over the tops of fences, and collided with walls that spun him around.
Asgore lay on his new mattress, rolling over and scratching his belly absently. He had managed to get one recently, and he was enjoying the comfort it brought as he snored. Striped down to his briefs, wrapped firmly around his kindly bulge. He shot awake with a snort, however, when he heard a crash downstairs, followed by a deep, muffled cursing. He looked around, noticing that his bedmate was gone. Concerning, but good. One less person to worry about. He rolled his thick body off the mattress, grabbing the unusual red pitchfork he he had gotten at the supply store before he slowly began to walk his way downstairs. He tucked his big ears back along with his golden hair so he could hear better as he stepped quietly down the stairs despite his bulk. Upon reaching the bottom of the stairs, he aimed at the 3 prongs at the large figure who was kneeling, messing with one of the pods. Who changed it? God damn it. With one hand, he reached out and flicked on the lights. Stop right there, thief! He stopped and blinked, mind blown at what he saw, now that the lights were on.
Dad, help! I don't know what happened, but I'm suddenly huge! Azriel, his eldest son, who had come back from college to visit his family, who had been staying with his father, was huge! He had been barely as tall as Asgore, but was quite the string bean. He hadn't filled out much at college, the comparatively young goat having been more a private studier as opposed to a gym rat. But now he stood a full head above his father, and easily twice Asgore's shoulder width, with arms as thick as Asgore's thighs, and thighs another half of that. And every inch was absolutely stuffed with muscle. Not enough to make him stand out from other big monsters, but he could be a shoo-in for any bodybuilding competition. And clearly, he had torn through his shirt. Asgore could see a purple collar hanging around the thick neck, exposing the strange black marks that traced around his muscular form, all leading to the black heart on his chest.
It even took a moment for Asgore to notice Azrael's reversed black and white eyes, as when his son stood up, his jeans finally gave up and the ghost had shredded, showing off a seriously oversized sheath. For his new size, Azrael was seriously hung, which was saying something considering he was now standing at 10 foot. He looked like he was smuggling a pair of cantaloupes in a soft white sack, not to mention sheath almost the size of a 2-liter soda bottle. As Azrael's big hands tried to cover his groin, Asgore had to drag himself back from memories of college life. Azrael? His son nodded, tears forming in his eyes, and Asgore realized that this was still his son, even with all the new size and tattoos.
He stepped in close, the big goat monster ignoring everything to pull his son's head down and hug him to his chest. Azrael broke down, wrapping his arms around his father as tears ran down his face from all the shock. After a couple minutes of recovery, Azrael sat at the end of the mattress, legs spread slightly out, of necessity, lest he squish his balls uncomfortably. Asgore was on the other side of the room, trying not to stare at his son, and more specifically, the giant sheath he bore between those heavily muscled calves. Once he had managed to get the front of his briefs to settle down, of mugs with tea.
He held out one mug out to Azrael, who took it and gently blew on it before he sipped. So, I know you weren't this. Azgore gestured to Azrael's muscle, height, and tattoos with one big sweep of his hand. Big when you arrived yesterday. What happened? You were in bed when I fell asleep.
Azrael sighed and started to curl his legs together before grunting and spreading them again, looking down over the black markings that led the eye from the heart on his chest out to either shoulder and down like the treasure trail his father had to his new groin, where he had already forgotten about his sizable balls. Well, I waited until you had fallen asleep, then got up. I was going to see Chris before Mom woke up. Both monsters grimaced slightly, recalling how tightly Toriel gripped the reins of the reins at her house. I know they like to wander around at night sometimes, so I was hoping to catch them and hang out for a bit. Azrael set his mug aside, looking at his hands, feeling himself over. But when I got to the room, Chris was already gone, and there was this red thing in a cage. I wanted to see what it was, so I walked over and opened the cage, and whatever that was shot out of the cage, collided with my chest here. He touched a black mark on his chest gently, and through the open window I started to get bigger. Ugh. As soon as it was gone, so I ran back, and now...
He gestured to himself, again, making Asgore's eyes trace over his muscular body, following the black marks around even down to his crotch. Asgore snorted, trying to convince his own shaft that it should stay still in his sheath. It got significantly harder as the collar they had both forgotten about Azrael's neck strained and snapped off, landing across Asgore's eyes so that all he knew was that Azrael was groaning.
When he got the fabric off, he saw his son had grown again, everything stretched out almost a full inch in all directions. The black head of his shaft was even poking free of the sheath slightly, a drop of pre leaking from the tip. Azrael looked worried and looked up at his father again. "Dad, it keeps happening. I'm still growing, and I don't know what to do about it."
Zach.
Sorry. Let's see. Fucking, it's no longer Comic Sans, so it's hard to find it.
Thanks, Tyler.
Yeah, it literally, it got cut
Asgore
off
jumped
midway.
slightly.
There it is. Asgore jumped slightly, dropping his mug as he ran over, feeling Azrael's growing body. Externally, he would have said he was trying to stop the growth, but internally, he had been wanting to get his hands on Azrael since he knew who it was. As he continued to touch his literally growing boy, his hands traced over the heart on Azrael's chest. He jumped slightly as he felt a pulse go through him, and for a moment he could see the residual energy form. Whatever had hit Azrael and where most of the energy was going. But then, the world went white as Azrael's growth paused, and Asgore received some himself. Asgore had been taller than most at 9 feet already, but he grew another foot and a half foot, his entire body expanding. Muscle filled into his frame under the layer of fat he'd accumulated after his divorce, gaining him a very distinct dad bod, with 2 thick arms and somewhat stocky legs, round pecs, and a firm muscle gut. His closely trimmed beard had grown out again, his tight treasure tail had blown into a forest, a hair thick between his pecs and trailing thickly down his sheath.
Asgore shuddered as he blinked, coming to and looking over at Azrael. Both were panting from their own growth, and Asgore was in a similar condition to Azrael, both their shafts poking slightly out of their sheaths. Asgore looked down to see his briefs had snapped off, lying in pieces on the floor, before looking up at his wide-eyed son. "Dad, did you just grow?"
Asgore blinked and nodded, feeling over himself, huffing as one hand bumped his thick pink head. Yes. And I think I may have a suggestion for how to halt your growth. His big ears turned slightly pink along with his cheeks. That is, if you're interested.
Asgore nearly fell onto his ass as Azrael crawled forward off the mattress, pressing in close to his dad. "Yes, please tell me! I don't want to get so big! I can't go anywhere!"
Asgore huffed, his cheeks turning even more red as he was now nose to nose with his still gigantic son. I mean, maybe if you release some pressure, that could help. Although I haven't been with another guy since I was about your age. Man, I do miss Rudy. Azrael went misty-eyed as he recalled some of his college experimentation.
Azrael frowned. That's what that should be there. Azrael frowned, then his eyes went wide as he sat back again. Wait, Dad, are you suggesting that you and I...
Asgore himself snapped back, and his hands came up, waving slightly. It's just an option. Honestly, I know nothing about how to suddenly gain 100 pounds of muscle, and Asgore felt something pressing against his belly, lifting it slightly. Were you always this big? He reached down, gently fondling Azrael's big black shaft, and wondered at how big it was getting.
What? No, Dad...
Asgore looked up to see Azrael's cheeks bright red, fingers and toes curled as he shook slightly. Huh? He let go of his shaft and backed up again, his entire head red, coming to a quick stop against the counter, rising to the floor. Huh? Oh! Sorry there, champ. Azrael, I guess I was thinking of Rudy, and...
If that might help, then I guess it would be alright.
Mean to make you uncomfortable, but, what? Let's... Asgore gestured back to the bed, and Azrael turned, crawling back over. Asgore's breathing got heavier as he stared at Azrael's shifting bubble butt and heavy, swinging balls. He followed his son after a moment, his own pink shaft now fully extended. Were it not for his belly pushing down, it might even reach up to his chest.
Azrael turned around again, his shaft pressing into the cleavage of his pecs. So, how do you want me, Dad? Asgore's shaft gave a heavy throb at hearing his son call him that in a situation like this, shaking his head and brushing his hair and ears over his shoulders.
Just, lean back against the wall, and I'll see what I can do. Azrael nodded, scooting back and huffing softly as his big balls dragged over the mattress and sheets. He grabbed the pillows and put them between his back and the wall. Looking past his own length at the blushing father, his shaft twitched, a triple free leaking out its leg.
Narrator.
Okay, there we go. There you go. Asgore, for his part, huffed as he stepped in closer. This was going to be quite the task, considering Azrael's size. He continued forward, resting his feet against Azrael's white and black marked balls and tugging nearly 2 foot length against his chest, dimpling his stomach as he began to stroke it gently. His own shaft throbbed along Azrael's, spilling pre onto his son's sheath and his hips as Azrael's own began to leak faster, traveling down Asgore's chest. Azrael's head rolled back slightly until his horns hit the wall. Sure, he had masturbated before, and there was that one time with that crocodile, but this was way better. Maybe it was the taboo of the sex with his dad. Maybe it was the obvious lust from of a man almost twice his age. Maybe it was just the fact that both of them were so muscular and well hung. But whatever it was, Azrael found himself getting really into it, one hand sliding over his firm abs, the other reaching out hesitantly, stroking the pink shaft throbbing alongside his own.
Asgore's eyes have drifted closed, his hips gently thrusting as he began to lick over the black head nestled against his shaft. He easily heard the panting and groans coming from his partner, so he knew he was doing it right. It was even more obvious as the pre-leak became a constant dribble, making the shaft shine softly in the dim lights. His eyes shot open with a groan. However, when he felt his son's hand wrap around his shaft, making the big goat squeeze Azrael's shaft as his own throbbed heavily. Shit, son! Wasn't I supposed to be helping you? He stuttered through his sentence. That's wrong. He stuttered through his sentence. The feeling of someone else's fingers on his shaft one had almost forgotten.
Azrael blushed, black eyes half-lidded even as he began teasing one of his nipples. Yeah, but it felt impolite not to help. He squeezed his dad's shaft, huffing as he made his own shaft jerk away from Asgore, only to splat back onto his chest, catching his chin with a shot of pre.
Asgore coughed, chuckling, wiping his eyes. Well, then I guess I'd better hustle. He knelt slightly, gently resting his balls on Azrael as he began to almost make out with his shaft, tongue curling everywhere around and leaking head.
Oh my god.
And stroking as much as if they could reach. He would even suck it into his muzzle, bobbing his head as far as he dared, curling his tongue against the underside of Azrael's dick. The teasing continued this way for a good 15 minutes, with Asgore working his hardest to bring Azrael some relief while Azrael kept his dad on edge with slow, gentle strokes. Asgore finally brought himself out for his breath, looking up at his son, seeing his eyes closed and head tilted back. Damn, still? Azrael opened one eye and blushed.
Sorry, Dad. Seems like it's just harder to get off now.
Azrael stepped back, panting heavily, watching his son leak pre down over his balls to his own shaft, tripped onto the floor. He gritted his teeth and nodded. Okay, then fuck me.
Azrael's other eye shot open, and he frowned. Dad, what? You want me to? But he stopped with a moan as Asgore tugged his shaft down, hands sliding from head to base as he slicked the entire length with pre.
If hands and muzzles aren't doing enough, that's the only way I could think of. And you do want to stop suddenly growing, right? Azrael nodded, and the look in Asgore's eyes solidified. Then, I'll do whatever I have to. Once the length was completely coated, Asgore dusted Azrael off the bed so he could kneel instead. taking the now warm pillows and putting them under the chest. If he was going to take Azrael, he knew he'd end up dropping his arms eventually. Come on, bud. Whenever you're ready. Asgore looked over one shoulder at his son, one arm sliding back to pull one rounded cheek aside.
Leaving a puddle on the floor as he got a good look at his father from behind. He had never really paid attention to how hot his father looked. He bent over, and with new muscle, he could see that Asgore had been trying to keep himself healthy. Azrael's body still looked rather tall and thin, even his new muscle. But Asgore had already had muscle go to his round belly. Now he had thick, corded thighs, bulged arms, and his stomach was mostly muscle considering it was hung without any sag.
And seeing his dad pull one rounded ass cheek aside, his shaft jumped. He could see his dad's tail hole and his own heavy balls hanging below. He stepped forward, kneeling, putting one hand on Asgore's other cheek, as his free hand took a hold of his shaft and brought it in close. Ow! Go slow, Dad!
He slowly pressed it in, and Asgore let go of his cheek, fingers digging into his pillows as he tried to relax, around the slow pressure sinking into his backside. He was unable to stifle a loud grunt as Azrael's head popped in, his head dropping into the pillows.
Azrael stopped and leaned in, his length pushing in another inch as he rubbed his dad's back, fingers running through his hair. Dad, are you okay? He felt the rear around his head clench, and he groaned, dropping over Asgore's back and pushing in another 2 inches.
Asgore's muzzle hung open. His eyes rolled back as he started drooling slightly. He struggled to gather his thoughts as Azrael accidentally pushed 3 more into him. Shit! No! I'm good. Just sit up, please. He gasped slightly as Azrael sat up. Okay, just rest slowly and we'll be fine. Good God, it's been so long. It's so good.
Must have seen my son.
Azrael blushed, squeezing at Asgore's hips.
Oh my God, dude!
Of being Asgore's first top in a while. He slowly began to work his shaft back, feeling his head catch inside Asgore's rear before he began to thrust again, stopping when he saw Asgore's head come up with a gasp. He shivered as Asgore clenched around his shaft, then slowly pulled out as he squeezed slowly. Squeezed and slowed. After a couple of minutes, Azrael was working over half his shaft in and out of his father's round ass. He thrust in, made Asgore push up, gasping and clenching as Pre squirted onto the mattress below. While each pullback made his head drop to the pillow, Azrael's eyes had drifted closed, his hips rolling as he rubbed over his dad's back.
When Azrael finally managed to bottom out and Asgore, the elder's goat entire body went rigid before he slid one hand down, squeezing at the bulge of his belly and making Azrael groan. Good work, Azrael. Are you feeling any closer? I don't know if I'll be awake. You keep giving it to me like this. He grinned over his shoulder, one eye half closed as he panted.
Azrael nodded. I feel like I'm close, but it's really slow. I wonder if... He leaned down, pressing his pecs against the back of Asgore's head, his arms curling to wrap around Asgore's chest before Asgore could ask what was going on. Azrael pulled his hips back in sharply, hips back sharply and pushed back in, making Asgore's breath catch. He began thrusting quickly, moaning and panting against the top of Asgore's head as he finally began to feel the edge coming.
Nobody's set for... Oh, are you set for this one?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize, sorry.
Asgore could only see white as he felt his ass rub against the shaft, pistoning in and out of it. Both of his hands holding around his belly as he was bulged by thrust and pre. He didn't even notice his son had sat him up, pulling him up and down his shaft. What he did notice was how his ass slapped harder and harder against Azrael's hips, before he was squeezed tightly and pulled tight by as Azrael's shaft swelled, balls pulling up against Asgore's feet. Both monsters felt Asgore's belly swelled quickly from the huge load that had been building up all night in Azrael's balls. Asgore groaned as his belly began to stretch, going from a basketball stretching all the way up to a large beach ball. The front of his belly stopped showing the bulge of the shaft, but instead stretched every couple of seconds as the thick shots of cum stretched out of the elder's belly. He clutched at his own shaft, bucked against his stuffed belly, a spray of white shooting against the wall in front of him as he was overwhelmed. After spending a couple minutes of a shared orgasm and a good half hour of afterglow, Azrael flopped to his side on the soaked mattress, his gasps fading into deep, slow breaths as Asgore simply groaned, belly and balls alike slightly flattening the mattress against the mattress. The two dreamer men slowly fell asleep in each other's arms. Azrael lay snoring on the bed, body taking up the entire mattress as he continued to sleep, having rolled on his back. Thankfully, he was comfortable to lay on. Asgore may have had some trouble resting for the remaining hours of the night. As for what the Elder Goat was doing now, Asgore dug around in his closet trying to find some clothing that would still fit him, or at least make him look decent enough to go next door and borrow some clothes. He had needed to step into his shower and release some of the fluid Azrael had filled him up with so he could walk without looking like a sumo wrestler.
As he put back yet another pair of pants too small for his new thighs, Asgore looked back to the two pair he'd torn trying to fit earlier. His ears perked as he heard a knocking at the front door and a familiar voice calling out. "Hey Asgore, you in there? I heard some weird noises last night, and I didn't want to call Undyne until I knew things were bad, so..."
Forgetting his state of undress due to Undyne's panic, he rushed downstairs, knocking over a few plants as he forgot his slightly altered height. He tripped over the handle of his forgotten pitchfork, stumbling forwards towards the frosted glass doors, quickly unlocking one and swinging it wide. Standing there was Asgore's big shark neighbor, Derek, peeking from behind him, phone open, with his smaller husband, the fuzzy lizard, Anilon.
Derek's eyes went wide when he looked down, and found himself staring at chest and swollen, jiggling belly instead of eyes like he was used to. He looked up at the bigger Asgore and smiled. "Well, good morning to you too, neighbor. So you're finally settling in? Did you have a growth spurt? Or did you just eat a lot?" Anilon, for his part, sniffed at the air, then coughed softly, and covered his nose at the slightly overwhelming scent of sex rolling through the doorway.
Asgore frowned, then looked down and squeaked, knocking behind the other door. "Ah, yes, well, as you can see, everything is fine here. I'm alive and unfucked, unhurt, But Derek, if you have any clothing I could borrow, mine seem to, shrink."
The couple chuckled at Asgore's slip-up and understatement, both turning and promising to come back with something, making Asgore promise to explain what happened when they returned.
That's it, I hate being alive, fuck all of you.
Oh my god!
I got way too horny reading. I got way too horny.
You did. I could hear it in your voice.
I was like,
It's
oh,
awful. Disgusting.
I mean, at least it wasn't Morty Azrael. The whole time I thought it was
Shut
just
the
Morty.
fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I was trying to make a convincing shy boy fucking voice.
It was Morty. Because it's just you had so many stutters in your fucking
Because Azrael's a stupid fucking shy boy. If us exclaiming didn't hint at it, we're done reading it. We're fucking.
I'm way too desensitized to not laugh at this. It's only
Leanne, you were too into it, Janik. Character! Zach had no excuse, he's the fucking narrator!
Oh yeah, no. I was like going for like a normal like what you hear in an office like hello on this day you see over here, and then I was like, huh, what if I got into it?
I
was like,
got a reason. I had a
gun.
reason to do the stupid horny fucking. It was literally the omniscient narrator. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with him. What
It was like, oh, after spending a couple minutes.
what really almost got me was fucking cantaloupe balls. The fucking cantaloupe balls.
The beach balls, and then it turned into beach balls.
Jesus
I wanna throw up.
Christ.
You wanna
Didn't do it.
Leanne, I don't know.
Understand.
I don't know if you're willing to throw away our 7-year friendship, trying to accuse me of actually enjoying that, because she just said sure. You're risking a lot by assuming that, Leanne. What the fuck, dude? That was way worse. I can never hear cantaloupe in the same way again. That was, I feel like we need to up the game, because that seemed a little bit too easy. Because fucking.
Yeah.
That was.
You can't break me.
There was a little
That
bit
was
like
too light.
some of them. Yeah, it was light, but like still kind of gross. But at the same time, all of us are so desensitized, so it's got to be something that really fucking.
You can't break me.
I mean, we
Wanna
could do
bet.
Clementine x Kenny.
No!
You wanna go full taboo? Full taboo.
All right, so you know what?
Don't listen to
Episode
us,
one. It's
man.
episode 1. That was easy mode. I guess
that
that's
was easy
fair.
mode, yeah.
So
I
next,
gotta find something
so
gross.
for our next, I'll be putting up the poll later. We're going to be having our 3 genres decided amongst the friend group, and then you guys will be able to vote. But please, for the love of God, don't out of spite just pick something gross.
They get
Everyone
wrong,
wanted
make
Undertale.
disgusting, we get
Come
the
on,
break.
whoever didn't vote for fucking Undertale, well, whoever didn't vote for Fortnite, I fucking hate you. We would have gotten something so much better. We would have got something
It would have been
so much better. It wouldn't have been sex.
put
It wouldn't have
Fortnite on
been
the poll
incest
again.
sex. I would have so much
Put it on the
rather
poll
the
again.
story of John Wick and fucking Jonesy. Come on. I hate you
Not
guys.
John
You
Wick.
you all knew that it was gonna be sexual when you voted as fucking Undertale. What else did you expect?
Maybe something
If we do
wholesome.
if we do Fortnite again, can I be John Wick?
John Wick coming with the Wii-Bucks. We'll all
Dude,
have to have an
John Wick
expansive
X
cast
Huey?
because honestly, it was just majority of fucking me, Justin, Zach. But we still didn't want to leave everyone out because who knows? Maybe Tyler and Julian would have fucking vomited in one of their statements.
Why
But-
didn't you guys go as horny as I did?
Because it's fucking Undertale.
Yeah, no, fucking what
It
the
was
fuck?
Undertale, and 2, that
Yeah,
was too light.
I'm
Also,
straight, so this isn't good
so
to be
fun
cool.
fact, their characters weren't supposed to have any sexual tension going on. It's called basic acting. Me and Justin only want any slight significant sexual tension. You're the narrator and you're sitting there going, like, ew!
I can hear it, and like everyone's breathing. I can hear just like, what the fuck?
So fucking gross!
I wanted it to be funny, so I'm like, I could just make this horny.
The
how I
fucking
normally do.
narrator fucking getting off to the incest happening.
Just like,
It's like a peeping Tom.
the narrator's a peeping Tom.
Honestly, the big shark was so
The big
fucking funny. The big shark, Derek.
Yeah, it was like the big
Is it foreshadowing?
shark
Is there like a
Derek.
sequel to this where they have an orgy with the shark man and their husband?
No, there
Please
isn't.
no.
Why
Damn,
is it-
I guess we'll never know what happens to Derek the shark and
Analog.
yeah, whatever
Analon.
the analog stick, the lizard.
Anal.
Oh my god.
Anal the lizard.
I
Oh,
just fucking
God.
love.
That
right
was
at
still
the
so
end,
gross.
it's like,
I was like literally about to start grinding my fucking teeth. That was
dude,
awful.
you didn't. Why
That was
didn't you
awful.
grind your cock? That was hot.
Chad, shut up.
So with
We're
that,
done
I
here.
think
It
I
wasn't
think that
good enough.
concludes our fan fiction Friday. So as I said, I'll give it like an hour or two after this dies down. To put up the polls for the other 3 fan fictions that you'll be able to choose from, because this is for the fans. We're I guess like advertising now is we're almost at 200 subs, so I'm doing a giveaway at 200. I'll keep reminding you guys since some of you don't watch all my videos, so I feel like I should just keep up this consistent reminding
Unless
y'all.
it's drama.
Yeah,
Subscribe to the
yeah.
husband
Don't
on
forget, people be like, "You're not canceling? I don't want to hear about it. That's it. I'm out of here."
Leanne was like, "That was easy."
It was easy. That was
easy.
fucking easy. But besides the giveaway, like and subscribe, you know, your generic things. Remember, tell your friends that this is I feel like they'll know because they'll have to watch to the part where I say it's a not safe for work thing. But this is not safe for work. I feel like at the end it's kind of pointless to say. But remind your friends if you recommend
Dude,
them
no.
this.
You're telling me that you want to read that to your kindergarten class?
I'm ending
I
the stream.
told them my balls were growing to a giant cantaloupe.
I am ending the stream.
Shudder after 3 extra inches.
Yo.
Alright, but thanks guys for whoever was bearing through this live. Whoever's gonna watch this in post, have fun. If Leg is still here, I'm so sorry you had to hear this ungodly fucking... But whoever is gonna watch it in post, no cheating. You're not allowed to just skip through.
Yeah, don't skip through. You have to watch the whole thing, like everyone else.
You gotta watch the whole fucking thing. But that's the whole point. It's getting uploaded. This is like an ASMR. You could like listen to it in your car. Fucking.
Listen to it in your car with full bass on blast going to work.
Right, This seems like he's hiding cantaloupes in his big balls. Alright, I guess if, I don't know, if I feel in it, maybe I'll stream a game that I'm playing later, because I'm not going to bed after this. I probably will be kept up now all fucking night with vivid imagery of incestual sex, and that's terrifying to me.
At least I know I'm not gay now. I mean, that's cool.
It took me
At least I know I'm not gay now.
It took me everything when I was like reading that part. It was like cum. It was like it took me everything not to just say cum and take the point off. I would have always took was worth the point off just to be like cum.
So I guess this round no one got a tally because I don't think we really did. I mean besides the pronunciation, I don't know if we should count that, but like because we're just reading through it.
I did at first, but I'm like, no, it's a little too picky. I'll let it slide.
Well, yeah, because like a full break of character, I think would be something along the lines of just not being able to read it.
Something where they start laughing their ass off. That's
give Zach a point because he lost where it was.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, the fucking narrator.
It got switched to Comic Sans to other entirely different font.
Don't follow along.
I literally was following.
Yo, you were in the horny zone. You were in the horny zone. You were fucking fantasizing.
Julian,
go to horny Joe.
I was listening. I was listening because
you know what? You know, I'll explain why you get a point because I had to go through and edit the parts myself.
Oh, now we just gotta pick fanfics where everyone can leave.
Well, fucking.
I told you I'm gonna fix it now.
Yeah, we gotta. I guess this is the first one. This is the first one. It's kind of like it was kind of out there, but like, I honestly, we gotta fucking definitely make it more concise for who's reading what.
Yeah,
next one will be better.
We're gonna edit it next time. Have a full week ready and just like literally just.
You procrastinated.
I got told midway no. So
you got told on Saturday.
And the stream.
I'm ending the stream. Thanks for watching, y'all. We're about to go bitch at Zach.
No, help.
The stream will not help you. Goodbye.